You set your stop exactly where the textbook told you to. You click buy, sit back, and then it happens. A massive red candle spikes down, slices through your exact price by a fraction of a cent, triggers your exit, and then immediately reverses to skyrocket in your original direction. That sudden, violent price drop is a designed psychological black hole created by smart money to steal your position. Institutions control over 85% of daily volume in major markets. They deploy hundreds of millions of dollars, and they need a massive pool of sellers to absorb their buy orders without causing severe slippage. To get that volume, they manufacture panic. They force you into a state where your logical trading plan is bypassed. When your screen flashes red and your hard-earned money starts vaporizing in real time, your brain processes it as a literal threat to your survival. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, activates instantly, flooding your body with cortisol and adrenaline. As a direct result, your prefrontal cortex, the logical, planning center of your brain, shuts down entirely. You are hijacked by survival instincts, screaming at you to run away. The pain you feel in that moment is highly measurable. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman proved through prospect theory that human beings feel the emotional pain of a financial loss roughly twice as intensely as they feel the pleasure of an equivalent gain. Berkeley researchers have mapped this further, demonstrating that amateur traders process financial losses in the exact same region of the brain that processes physical pain. Your brain interprets the loss as a physical attack. You exit the trade simply to buy emotional relief and make the pain stop. Institutions engineer these voids to weaponize your nervous system against you. Relying on willpower or discipline to hold your trade during a sweep will fail. To survive, you must build a purely mathematical defense. Step 1 is identifying where the predators are hunting. Look at your chart and find a clean, flat support line. Now, look for a nice, round psychological number near it, like exactly $100. In game theory, these obvious meeting spots are called Schelling Points. Without any direct communication, thousands of retail traders naturally gather and place their stop losses precisely at these levels, because they look like safe, textbook safety nets. This chart shows exactly how high-frequency trading algorithms view those locations. To them, your safety net is a glowing red target on a heat map. This cluster forms a liquidity pool containing all the automatic market sell orders they need to fill their massive institutional buys. To access that pool, institutions quietly position themselves and then execute a sudden burst of aggressive sell orders. This pushes the price down just enough to breach that obvious support line and trigger all those clustered stops simultaneously. Placing your defensive anchor where it feels comfortable and obvious puts you directly on the menu. If your stop is predictable, you are acting as exit liquidity for the market makers. To protect your capital, open your charting platform and apply the average true range, or ATR, indicator. The ATR calculates the normal volatility of the asset you are trading. This value represents the baseline market noise that the price naturally fluctuates through during a session. You must clear this noise to avoid being accidentally triggered out of your position. Read the current ATR value and multiply it by 1.5. This specific calculation creates a mathematical safety buffer. This multiplier acts as your invisibility cloak. It places your stop safely beyond the standard daily volatility and pulls it out of the obvious liquidity clusters where the rest of the retail herd is waiting to be hunted. Now, set your anchor. Take your specific entry price, not the support line, and subtract this calculated buffer value. This forms the baseline for your new stop loss. During the banking crisis of March 2023, Bitcoin coiled tightly near $20,800. A trader placing an obvious stop right under that structure lost $3,000 in 3 minutes when a violent red candle swept the lows, only to watch the price immediately reverse and rally 5%. A stop loss placed using the ATR buffer safely clears that engineered drop. Relying on this math completely removes your ego and your amygdala from the trade. You replace biological fear with a strictly calculated boundary. There is one manual adjustment required to finish the cloak. Never set your calculated stop at a clean round number like $102. Algorithms specifically scan for these round markers. Apply the ugly number rule. Take your mathematically calculated stop and adjust it by a few pennies to land on an irregular random cent value, like $101.73. Market makers must spend serious capital to drive the price down to exact fractional levels. By sitting slightly off the beaten path, reaching your order becomes too expensive and difficult for them to justify. Making your exit mathematically random and psychologically ugly drops you entirely off the high-frequency trading heat maps. This sequence shows the anatomy of a liquidity sweep. When that sudden, violent free fall slices through the support level, it breaches the Schelling Points. The retail herd panics and floods the market with short sell orders. Notice where the drop exhausts itself. The price halts just short of your newly calculated ugly stop loss. While the rest of the market is liquidated, your position remains secure. Once the massive hidden limit buy orders from the institutions are completely filled, the manufactured selling pressure evaporates. The market aggressively snaps back inside the support level and rallies, carrying your surviving trade directly into profit. The market is an ocean, and you cannot force the waves. You must wait on the sidelines. Watch how price behaves after it sweeps a liquidity pool, and enter the market only after the manipulation has ended. Stop trading the breakouts and start trading the traps. Stay disciplined. Calculate your boundaries, deploy your cloak, and let the predators hunt the herd while you quietly build your empire.